Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Cook with Sana Kuram. This is Sana. In my previous upload, I had shared the recipe of coconut milk rice, in which I had mentioned that in my next upload I would share the recipe of mutton kofta curry, which would go very well with it as a side dish. Now here it's for you. This lip smacking kofta curry would be the best partner for your rotis, parathas, jeera rice and even with plain rice too. Please watch this video, and if you like this video, hit a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and please share this recipe with your nears and dears. Come, let's get on to the recipe. For making mutton kofta curry, take 500 grams of minced mutton. Wash thoroughly and drain the excess water using a colander. But this draining alone is not enough. You must squeeze out the excess water like this way. This is a very important step. It will remove the extra moisture from the meat so that the koftas don't break apart or crumble while frying. Now the squeezed mutton is ready. We need to add some masala to it. Add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons of red chili powder. We are going to add these spices and make koftas out of these minced meat. Add 1 teaspoon of garam masala powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of ginger paste and 1 teaspoon of garlic paste, and about half a cup of chopped mint leaves. Don't add too much of mint leaves because it may cause bitterness if you had too much of them. Add half a cup of chopped coriander leaves and add 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix thoroughly. Don't add even a drop of water into it while mixing. The moisture present in the meat is enough for binding the ingredients, so don't add water at all. Now the mixture is ready. Put a portion of this mixture into a mixer jar and keep the rest aside. Don't grind everything together. Grind in batches. Now cover the lid of the mixer and pulse the mixture for about 4 to 5 times. Don't grind them at a high speed. If you grind them at a high speed, the mixture will get heated up and the meat will start releasing its fat, which will add up more moisture to the mixture, and that will make the dough too loose to give shape and firmness to the kofta. So only pulse it 4 to 5 times. Never grind at all at a high speed. Just pulse it this way, like how I am doing, because we need a coarse mixture. We don't want that very smooth kind of texture. It should be little coarse, and that is the reason we are pulsing it. And doing by this way, what happens is the mixture doesn't get heated up, and that is something important. Now it is done. You can see the texture of the meat dough. It has been pulsed coarsely. It has not been ground like a smooth paste. So we need this kind of texture for getting those perfect meatballs, because the texture is very important to get the perfect meatballs. Now pulse the remaining mixture too and keep aside in room temperature till we make the gravy. Now let's start making the gravy. Keep it aside. Take a kadai and add half a cup of oil, and once the oil gets heated, add 1 cup of chopped onion and saute the onions till they get caramelized. To this add 1 teaspoon of garlic paste and 1 teaspoon of ginger paste, and cook the ginger garlic paste until they lose their raw smell. And bringing the onions to the caramelized stage will add up very good flavor for this gravy. So see that you caramelize the onions, but do it over a slow flame. Don't burn them. Add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. This should be done over a slow flame. And add 1 cup of chopped tomatoes and cook the tomatoes till they become mushy, and add 1 teaspoon of salt. Add some chopped mint leaves and add some chopped coriander leaves. These will add flavor, and cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. Just cover it with a lid and cook until the oil gets separated from the mixture, and the tomatoes also lose their raw smell, and they get cooked well. Now add 1 teaspoon of red chili powder and 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of garam masala powder, and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, and add 2 cups of water. Once you add the dry ingredients, you have to add water immediately, otherwise they will get burnt and change the color. Cover with a lid and cook till the raw smell of the masalas goes away. Now once it is done, just keep it aside. We can make the koftas now. To the kofta mixture, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of fried gram powder. Add the fried gram powder only at the time of frying and mix thoroughly. Adding too much of fried gram powder will make the balls get harder, and the koftas will not taste good if we add too much of fried gram powder. Fried gram powder acts as a binder, to the meat dough, so that the koftas don't get broken while frying. That is the reason we are adding. Now take a small portion of it and make balls out of the dough this way. You can also grease your palms while making the balls so that you get smooth balls. See that there are not much air cracks into them. Now the koftas are ready. We can fry them. Take a pan and add oil for deep frying, and once the oil gets heated, drop the balls one by one and fry over a very slow flame. Don't fry over a high flame because the inner portion of the koftas must be cooked properly. So you have to do it over a slow flame only. Keep turning around, keep rotating the balls so that they get fried evenly. Now they are done. You can drain them with the colander and add them immediately to the gravy that we have prepared. Now the first batch is over. We can fry the second batch. Same way. Keep rotating the balls and fry them over a slow flame. And once they are done, remove from the oil and add them to the gravy. Now mix well. Now again switch on the stove and cook the meatballs in the gravy for about 5 to 7 minutes. Cover with the lid and cook so that the meatballs absorb the masala from the gravy, and the same way the gravy also absorbs the flavor from the meatballs. That way the balls get the tasty flavor and everything. Now garnish with chopped coriander leaves. Now our lip-smacking mutton kofta curry is ready to be served. Serve hot with coconut milk rice or jeera rice or rotis or parathas. Now let me show you how perfectly the koftas have been cooked, and you can see they've not turned rubbery. They're very smooth and cooked thoroughly both inside and outside. You can just see the texture now. They are easily breakable and not rubbery in texture, which means they make the best koftas that everybody would long for. Please try this recipe and write your feedback to me, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for watching my video. Please write your valuable feedback in the comments box, which will encourage me to give you the best videos in the future. And if you like my recipe and my video, please hit a like, subscribe to my channel, and enable the bell icon so that you will get the updates of my new uploads. And please don't forget to share this recipe with your family and friends. Thank you all very much. With lots of love, Sana Kuram.